Welcome to Daybreak, Fraser Valley Weekend. I'm Carrie Moore.
And I'm Kelly Patton, and it's Canada Day long weekend.
Woohoo! Well, it's sort of a long weekend. Monday, June 30th gets in the way a little bit, so some people take it as a 4-day.
Yeah, who's really going to work on Monday?
Not me. And I'm not going to work on Wednesday either because it's my birthday.
Okay, well, some people get a 4-day, you get a 5-day, some people get a 2-day and a 1-day. Anyway, Happy Canada Day, and we are so happy that you're here. And we have as our guest this week, Clare Seeley of Tourism Abbotsford, so we can ask her what to do in Abbotsford for Canada Day and beyond.
Yes, and I'll be interviewing Kelly about an upcoming program she has, which we think may be you'll be interested in, called Sorry Not Sorry.
Sorry Not Sorry.
I'm sorry, you'll have to wait until the segment to find out what that's all about. Okay, not actually sorry. Here we go.
All right, and we will be highlighting the major Canada Day festivities throughout the Valley and what not to miss. So let's get started.
Welcome back. So, what did you do last weekend?
Last weekend was packed. I went to the Ukrainian fundraiser at the Cultural Center, Life to the Limit. Fantastic, so touching and heartwarming. Bradley Jeanette actually received an award there, so that was...
He deserves it.
He does. Fun surprise. Went to Chill Couture, along with you. Yeah. Earlier that day, I went to the Wilma's community event for National Indigenous Persons Day, and I just have to say, it's fantastic. There was so much going on the weekend. Sunday, I rested.
And I went to the car show.
Yes.
As one does. We walked down because there was no parking, so that was great. But it was the biggest I'd ever seen. We've gone almost every other year, so it was huge.
Huge. Okay. Well, I mean, anything that brings people to downtown, I'm a fan of. But it was good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And the weather, I was
It held out perfect, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
You gotta love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. Okay, so international.
All right. So there's
Peace in the Middle East.
But not,
No.
and kind of, sort of, not
It's
not
very,
really.
Yeah, it's very
Okay,
confusing.
so whiplash of a week, seeing the U.S. launch major missile strikes on Saturday with the threat of full-scale war breaking out, and then were there peace talks? Was there a peace agreement? Was there a ceasefire? I don't know. But we did, make history because that was the first time a U.S. president has been caught on camera dropping the F-bomb.
Yeah.
So
I don't believe that he had anything to do with the ceasefire.
I mean, it didn't really happen, did it?
No.
Okay, well, let's bring it back home.
Okay, locally.
Okay. Yes, Abbotsford. In Abbotsford, is anyone even talking about anything other than the Canucks winning the Calder Cup?
Yes.
So,
We have some Canucks that are good.
yeah, okay. That was harsh.
Those boys are going up into, yeah.
All right. So, victory in Game 6 of the finals. Abbotsford becomes the first Vancouver Canucks affiliate to nab an AHL championship. So,
Yes,
congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was not even in town, so.
No, they were away. So, I think that means that the other mayor has to wear
Our jersey. Yeah,
so,
we remember.
stay tuned for that.
Chilliwack. This happened according to Jennifer Feinberg on the Chilliwack Progress. Exposure to measles. Like, why is there even measles anymore? It drives me crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, this comes around every few years, right? So we know to have community immunity, it used to be called herd immunity, we need 95% of the population vaccinated. We've had this conversation. We have it around measles. We had it around COVID. We'll continue to have it because here it's like 70-something percent.
76 maybe? Like, what is happening?
So, yeah, there have been exposures again.
Yeah, from like June 16th to the 18th, and you can look and see they have listed it.
Mark's, Walmart,
Yeah,
a few different places.
places.
Downtown. If you have your vaccination, I mean, first of all, thank you for helping to take care of the people in the community who are immunosuppressed or can't otherwise get their vaccination. But take a look if you're at risk and you were out and about from the 16th to the 18th. It's worth looking at the list.
Exactly. Yeah. Another Jennifer Feinberg.
All right, she's a good source.
She is.
All right, Chilliwack Progress. Tammy Wood.
A Chilliwack fentanyl dealer. Like, that should not be a sentence.
No. So, and the judge sentenced her.
Yeah.
She's getting 28 months in jail, which is a pretty significant sentence.
And so she should.
But part of the reason is because there was evidence that it was being mixed with benzodiazepines, which nullifies or can negatively impact the Narcan impact.
So that doesn't save people.
No, people die. Yeah. So,
And people die anyways from fentanyl, but yeah.
Toxic drug crisis, yeah. But 28-month sentence, I mean, that's not bad news.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
So sticking along the theme of criminals, in Langley, it's been reported that double murderer, 62-year-old William James McCotter, is serving a life sentence, and he thinks he needs to have a legal lawyer or a crown lawyer given to him so he can do more appeals.
he's claiming his charter rights were violated, right?
Yeah, so he violently killed people. I read the article. It was not good.
Yeah. So, I mean, charter complaints or appeals aren't uncommon. They're very expensive. But really interesting, quirky. He asked actually to be released into an Indigenous community, but he isn't First Nations. It's not.
And none of them are saying, yeah, I'll take him. Nobody's saying that.
So I'm not sure. The judge denied his application, the wheels of justice and all, but it's hard to comment on something that's in front of or might be in front of the courts.
Yeah.
But take a look and Google it if you want more information. It's an odd one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Mission, though, what is in the water in the Fraser Valley? Everyone needs to go and buy a lottery ticket. Yeah. So two friends, one from Mission, the other one from Harrison Mills, are sharing $1 million.
Oh, I know. They must still be really good friends because frankly, I would just be like,
you wouldn't tell me.
I know.
You wouldn't tell me.
It was fabulous.
All right, so I'm beginning to think it may be a great retirement strategy, but I'll hold the ticket because Carrie wouldn't tell me. Yeah,
you probably should keep putting into RSPs and TFSAs, though, because the odds of... I wake up every week thinking, again, I didn't win.
All right, so far in 2025, the BC lottery players... Our lottery players in BC have redeemed more than $29 million in winnings.
That's back into our economy.
Just from 649. Yeah. So, and we just had a $40 million Lotto Max winner in Surrey. Anyway, bananas. Crazy. Yeah. Bananas. Okay.
CKNW reports that a coalition of conservation groups is calling on the federal government, provincial government, to stop gravel extraction from a creek near Mission, BC. Yeah, saying it's destroying salmon habitat.
This is an interesting conversation as well, too, because in my previous role, I heard from some groups about we have to not touch the gravel. And then I heard from other groups that, no, it's damaging the habitat. We need to take some of this excess gravel out. So... You know what? As just a regular person, I am not sure what the right answer is there. But I do know that I'm very interested in preserving salmon habitat. Yeah. So
there's certain times of the year that you can actually pull out the gravel. So they know what they're doing.
I'm going to have to look into it more. Yeah. But thank you to the conservation groups who are advocating all the time, because at least it makes people stop and think and plan.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Okay, so our guest now just in time for Canada Day, we have Abbotsford Tourism coming. So we will be right back with that. We Sunday driving and the sun's bright shining. We load up the doggies, gas up our rifle. We're gonna hit that 4-lane, and then we are flying. We come alive when we Sunday driving.
And now, just in time for Canada Day, we have Clare Seeley, Executive Director of Tourism Abbotsford, in to tell us a little bit about what's in store.
But first, I want to hear all about you. What brought you to the Valley? How long have you been here?
What's your story?
Let's talk about you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me in this morning. As you can probably tell from the accent, I'm not from these parts originally, but I've been here about 19 years now. And like everybody, I started off as a tourist here. So I came out on my honeymoon. I was desperate to see orcas in the wild. So we did that typical trip. We started in Calgary, came through the Rockies, stopped in the Okanagan, then came to the Fraser Valley, and we did stay here. And then we went on to Vancouver and then Vancouver Island, and we just fell in love with it.
Did you see the orcas?
I did. It was the most breathtaking, and I drag my kids all the time now. We go and do it. That's a tradition, but it was breathtaking. But I think the thing that stuck with us, as well as all the incredible things to do and the scenery, it was the people that really drew us in. So so here we are now. like many people, invested in Canada. We moved here. Our life is here now. It's home, and we're really grateful for that.
Amazing. So how long have you been with Tourism Chilliwack? Tourism Abbotsford, sorry.
Well, you know, we do work very closely with
Yes, you do.
Tourism Abbotsford. We partner a lot, so that's okay. I've been with them for 1.5 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah, and love it. We have an incredible team on board, and I like to think we're doing really amazing work. Yeah.
You definitely are. And if the people at home aren't following your social media yet, the social media game is on point. So make sure you give them a follow on Facebook or Insta or wherever you do your social media. But congrats to the team because it really is quite impressive. So.
And you do have some impressive things coming up.
There's
Canada
such
Day
awesome
weekend.
things.
Yes, yeah, we've got a lot of events coming up, and we're really fortunate that we get to organise Canada Day for the city of Abbotsford. So we've got 3 really fun pieces happening this year. At 11 o'clock, we have our parade, which is a staple for many years, and that goes along South Fraser Way from Borquin all the way through to Trethewey. And we've got entertainment along the route now that will be stationary, so people will get fun in between and before and after the parade starts. And then from there we move to Exhibition Park. The team have worked really hard to develop a really fun family celebration day, along with many community partners and businesses who are really invested in this. So we've got STEM zones and agricultural zones and try-it sports and food trucks and live entertainment, arts and culture, culminating at 10 o'clock with fireworks.
Oh, wow. So something for everybody.
Something for everyone. And we've got, the fireworks are done to music this year, and it's going to be movie themed, which ties in with our Abbeywood, which is our main marketing theme for this year.
So all of these things, are they free?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, food trucks, and we've got a market this year, and you'll need to pay to participate in those, but all of the events throughout the day are free.
All right, so I'm always a big fan of the market, the shopping ride, as my family knows it. So we have amazing artisans, farmers, I'm assuming, lots of makers from across the valley.
Yep.
Okay.
With a strong Abbotsford focus for this one.
Of course.
But there will be from across the valley too, yeah.
Amazing.
That's
So
great.
what would be the next thing that you guys are working
Oh
diligently?
my goodness. Well, we have our community partners at AgriFair and the Air Show. There's so many events happening throughout the summer. And we've actually last year launched a new website called Go Abbotsford, which highlights all of the events. So the big signature events through to networking and community events. So that's a great resource to find out all the events that are happening. But for us, our next big piece that we organise is the Taste of Abbey.
Nice.
So that's really where we look at our agritourism, so our farms, our wonderful restaurants, and then arts and culture. And we look to give everyone a real good taste of what Abbotsford is all about.
Amazing.
So food, wine.
Absolutely. We've got breweries, wineries, distilleries. We've got bakers and restaurants and live music. And that all kicks off 19th of September with the night market. And then there's 10 days of events.
Wow.
So we've got movie in the vineyards. That's going to be a fun one. Yeah, where we show a movie again to tie in with Abbeywood. We've got long table dinners. We've got a long table brunch. We've got a restaurant contest where you can win skydiving tickets.
So what I'm hearing is we need to talk to Barris, our producer.
Yes.
Make sure
Yes.
we have tickets for
Yes.
this.
Absolutely.
And where can everybody else get tickets for that?
So they'll be available on the Taste of Abbey website and through Tourism Abbotsford. So we'll have that marketed out. So make sure you're following us on socials to get all that information.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, lots to do. And I'm sure you have a lot to do this weekend to get ready for Canada Day
Absolutely.
as well.
It's going to be a busy one for the team, that's for sure.
All right, fantastic. So we will be back
in-
right
yeah.
after this.
And I just
Oh,
like to
what
give
did you
a little
do?
gift.
Oh, she brought us.
Thank you.
I bought gifts.
Lovely. Look at that.
Thank
goodie
you
bag.
so much.
Thank you so much, Claire. You didn't have to do this.
I
but
know, but I'm grateful.
I think everyone should
for
remember that you did this. Because you are now our favorite.
Oh, there you go. Oh, the contest is on.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being with us. Happy Canada Day.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Thank you.
Up next, I will be interviewing Kelly about Sorry Not Sorry. It's an 8-part leadership series, and I hope I don't have to apologize for any of it.
No one will be saying sorry. We will be back right after this.
welcome back. This is fun. We don't normally get to chat about each other, but this is Kelly. Kelly, for those people that don't know you, want to give a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. And we switched seats so that you wouldn't be confused.
Yes.
Yeah, Kelly Padden. I'm the founder and CEO of Equity Strategic.
Nice.
In a previous life, you may know me from such episodes as the MLA for Chilliwack Kent for 4 years, and also did some policy, government relations, strategic work, and have just been working at taking care of people and community for the last 20 years.
So, Equity,
Yes.
it's your baby.
It's my
How did you
baby.
come up with that name?
So actually, it was really interesting. Equity has always been like a core value for me, but it's spelled a little bit different. There's there's 3 I's, and there's an I in my name, so little ownership. But just really wanted to drill down on the intersection, innovation, and inclusion as values of the organization. So
Nice.
yeah, it's all about supporting leaders, supporting community leaders. So that can be anyone from like a change maker and activist to the big boss right at the tippy top of, a for-profit or maybe an executive director or board.
Amazing.
It's all about supporting leadership.
And you have a big project that's going to be launched really soon that you've sort of hinted about here and there. So, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, so one of the things that Equity Strategic does for partners is provide training and workshops. And over and over and over, I was seeing definitely a really significant need for some grounded leadership training that's accessible and self-paced, but really grounded in theory and research and evidence-based. And then right now we know that with everything going on in Canada and our relationship, with our closest neighbors, but also internationally, I think we're coming through this renaissance of our identity where we're claiming it back and we're recognizing the cultural differences. So I came up with Sorry Not Sorry, which is an 8-part unapologetically Canadian leadership series.
Nice.
There's 8 individual modules that I'm offering initially all together. We start with Sorry Not Sorry, the leadership reset. We go to True North Tougher, which is navigating turmoil and tyrants.
Appropriate.
Right? And one of the modules is called the Moose in the Room, where we talk about those difficult conversations, and we wrap it all up with Maple Spined and Mission Ready.
Okay.
And so it's fun.
Yeah.
And there's humor, and we use humor because we're Canadian, and if we're not laughing, what are we doing?
Exactly. And it's all online?
It's all going to be online, and so it's part of training that I've offered outside of this as well.
So you didn't have to recreate the wheel?
I mean, I
bit?
really did. Putting the modules together was, it pulled in
lot of
all
work.
the skills.
Yeah.
So adult education and, online. I'm so lucky. I have very, very talented friends and partners in this.
And so when does it launch?
So right now, if you get on the early bird list, it launches on Canada Day on July 1st. But if you sign up on the early bird list, you get some freebies and a special price.
Okay.
So that's that. But it's going to be available at least, it'll be all summer. I'm hoping that people take this summer to really
Dive into it. Yeah.
glow up their leadership skills and hit the fall ready and empowered and
Be a leader.
be a leader. Okay, the thing is people are already leading.
Yeah.
Whether it's formal, whether they have a title or not, you're already a leader.
Exactly.
So I'll give you some more tools.
And how do you get tickets? Like,
So
how do you purchase it?
If you follow me on Facebook, Equity Strategic, or Kelly at Equity Strategic, Instagram, TikTok, the links are all there. But otherwise, you can go to equitystrategic.ca/sorry not sorry, and you can sign up for the list there. And everything will come right to your inbox, every opportunity. And make sure to follow us on social media because we're always dropping hints
Different
and
things
tips.
and
There's free trainings that come up here and there. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for letting us know all about what you're up to and what you're doing, and I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. Thanks for asking. And sorry not sorry.
Exactly. We'll be right back.
We Sunday driving and the sun's bright shining. We load up the dog. Sunday driving.
Thank you so much for the interview. That was lots of fun.
It was lots of fun, and it was great to have Claire on the show and share what's happening at Tourism Abbotsford and what's going on, especially for Canada Day.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, things to do during this weekend. What are you up to?
I mean, it's Canada Day long weekend. I'll be in the garden.
We never go anywhere during long weekends because there's too much traffic.
I live up at Cultus, right? I already live where most people go, so very, very lucky, very fortunate. Yeah. But I think I'm going to be sticking close to home, celebrating with family.
And the weather's going to be amazing, so.
It is going to be
Going to work on my
great.
tan, maybe, play in the pool.
Yeah, I'm going to work on my workshop.
Okay.
But around the valley, what's happening? So we already heard Abbotsford Canada Day Family Festival starts at 1 p.m. at Abbotsford Exhibition Park, and it includes all the interactive fun, activity zones, community showcase, marketplace, food trucks, main stage, all of the things, shopping ride, and the fireworks grand finale set to music presented by...
The Fraser Valley Auto Mall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Chilliwack, before you start your Canada Day celebrations, enjoy All Ages Forest Echoes Music Festival. That's kind of cool. It's happening tonight and tomorrow in Cultus Lake, and it features 13 bands.
Wow.
Playing all sorts of music styles. There'll be local vendors, foods, and artisans, and day passes and weekend passes are available. Yeah, with discounts for youth, which is always great.
That's nice.
Yeah, so Tuesday, Canada Day celebrations, though, in Chilliwack.
Always a lot going on. So there are free skates at the Coliseum and Sardis Sports Complex, the Toonie Swims at the Chilliwack Landing and Shem Center, traditional Kiwanis pancake breakfast, raising money for Special Olympics at Evergreen Hall, and even an open house at the Chilliwack Museum with free admission. And that's
Totally
10 till 2.
Yeah.
Then in the evening. In the evening, what's happening?
Drone special.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
like
the drone
instead
show.
of the fireworks,
Yeah.
right?
They're one of the only municipalities that do that. So that's kind of cool.
Okay. And so live entertainment, food trucks, that'll be a hit.
Yes, exactly. And in Harrison Hot Springs,
They always do it up nice there,
they
too.
do, but the traffic is crazy. But in Harrison, another party, another pancake breakfast. Harrison just does it right with a pancake breakfast starting at 8:30. I think the Chilliwack one starts at 8, so you could really do both. There's a pet parade at 10:30.
That's fun.
Then after are all sorts of fun and kids activities at the waterfront, and then a human parade. I don't know what other kind of parade you'd have at 5, followed by the yacht parade.
As
so there you
opposed
go.
to the pet parade and the yacht parade.
Yeah, lots of different parades, and their fireworks is at 10. So.
Okay. So I'm exhausted already. And if you do go to the Harrison one, though, just a plug, you have to drive right through the District of Kent through Agassiz, and they have some stellar cupcakes on Canada Day. They always have a lot of stuff going on there, too. So you can hop Chilliwack to Agassiz to Harrison.
Or you could go up to Hope.
And then keep going to Hope for the third
Week in a row. Yeah.
Sorry. Last week, Chilliwack. This week in Hope. You can get out to enjoy the cool classic cars for Canada Day.
yes,
So
car
you
show.
were there Sunday
It's been
in
everywhere,
Chilliwack.
yeah.
Now it'll be in Hope. The Hope Valley Cruisers and Hope Motorsports taking place on Canada Day in Memorial Park from 9 till 3.
Which is kind of fun and different, for sure.
So if you're jonesing for another car show, last weekend didn't fill your bucket, it's in Hope.
Everywhere. So in Langley, it's all about the family fun, which starts at 10 a.m. So you can sleep in and go there.
Yeah.
The raising of the flag at 9131 King Street, which is, I don't know what that's about, but that sounds fun.
Okay.
And it all stays at street level.
Okay.
And
There'll be fun activities
Yeah.
with the museum. Entertainment happens in parking spaces outside or out by the street. It includes like musical entertainment on the street from 10:30 to 3 and free cupcakes. Canada Day is all about free cupcakes.
Yes.
Yeah. And then admission.
From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., head on down for another pancake breakfast. You could just eat pancakes all day.
And cupcakes.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just so Canadian. I'm assuming they're using real maple syrup. maybe?
Yes.
Maybe not. It's probably...
It's very expensive.
Yeah. This is at the Fraser River Heritage Park, and there's going to be all sorts of activities there as well. Family fun, as well as performances like the Flyball Agility Dog Show.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. And who doesn't like the Burley Lumberjack Show?
I love a burly lumberjack.
I mean, I don't know if burly is a requirement, but it just goes together.
Yep.
So much to do on this expanded long weekend, hopefully, unless you have to work Monday, in which case...
Call in sick.
We didn't say it here.
Yeah.
But get out and enjoy this Fraser Valley weekend. And until next time, Happy Canada Day.